one day somebody does something unspeakable to someone else, to someone you hardly knew, and you do something about it, because you can.
This story comes to us from 9news.com. This is a follow-up out of Loveland, Colorado. And just to say real quick, I hope that this former police officer spends the entire sentence incarcerated. I hope this guy does his entire time behind bars. That's not what he wants, because a parole board has denied the request to release former Loveland police officer Austin Hopp from custody a day after he appeared before the parole board in a hearing asking to be released early. Austin Hopp served a little less than 2 years of his 5-year sentence after he was charged with 3 counts of assault against an elderly woman with dementia. This is the Karen Garner case. Remember Austin Hopp? He was one of the officers that was like, watch this. Look at that. Oh my God, that got hurt. And now he was sentenced to 5 years. 5. And he wants out a little less than 2 years in. No, buddy. No, you're going to spend 5 years behind bars. And then, of course, Karen Garner ended up passing away recently. She passed on. So where's the justice? There is no justice, except for this guy to stay behind bars for the whole 5 years. Now, he pleaded guilty to one charge of second-degree assault, in 2022. Hopp and another Loveland police officer violently arrested then 73-year-old Karen Garner. Remember that one? On June 26th of 2020. And I did the editorial on that one, and I did the editorial on, I'll try to find it and put it in the description box for you. If you want to go back and refresh yourself, it'll be down there. Click that link. But then I also did, I think, an editorial when they were sentenced. But I'll put the original arrest down there just to warn you, it is disturbing. Now, she was thrown to the ground over $14 worth of merchandise. She sustained a broken arm and a dislocated shoulder. And if you recall in the video, there was jail camera of her sitting in a jail cell by herself with a broken arm and a dislocated shoulder, saying, I have to pee. Oh, I hurt so bad. And she's just sitting there, not going to no treatment, no medical treatment, while they're in there laughing about the body camera. 3 of them, the 2 cops and the jailer. Now, according to the Colorado Department of Corrections, Hopp, if his parole had been granted, he could have been released as early as April. Shannon Stewart, Garner's daughter-in-law, said which would be 1 month shy of 2 years of his 5-year sentence. He's not even doing 50%. Stewart attended Hopp's parole hearing to advocate for justice on Garner's behalf. Garner passed at the end of November of this last year due to complications from dementia. And in fact, back in 2020, she was suffering from dementia when she took the items. So if you really stop and think about it, the officers, they were accusing her of shoplifting. Was there really a mens rea, present? How do I word this? That she understood she was shoplifting. You know what I'm saying? Or was it because it was somebody with dementia who just happened to pick up some items and walk out the store? So was she really guilty of shoplifting, or was she just, the dementia took over and she had an issue? So what the cops should have done was taken her back to the store and said, you know what? She's got some medical issues and so forth, and here's your items, no harm. Okay, we're going to take her over to the nursing home, whatever. No, they roughed her up. Why? Because they could. They had a badge. Stewart says this: one of the things that makes it difficult is we thought 5 years meant 5 years. Oh, no. 5 years never really means 5 years, especially for a former cop. But she says, we didn't realize this would be our third hearing in a year and a half to keep him in. Third hearing. This guy really wants out. Of course he does. He's playing the victim. You're not a victim, Austin Hopp. You're a cowardly woman beater. Been convicted. Ultimately, the board deferred Hopp's parole until 2025, meaning he will remain behind bars until at least sometime next year. He don't even get a parole hearing in 2024. He's there now for the next 1 year, at least till 2025. Good. Now, Stewart says, lastly, it's not about what we want and it's not about what he wants. It's about what justice should be. And there are sentences that carry along with crimes. And this felony, he ended up plea bargaining down to 2 to 9 years. He got 5. And we think 5 is sufficient. We believe that should be carried out. That's what the law says. Even if he'd got the max 9 years, 9 years for this crap. Some people get 15 years for having a joint in their home, marijuana. This guy beat the hell out of an elderly woman with dementia, and they're going, we're all for 9 years. Unbelievable.